on my end. let me just
Boo.
let me just double. Okay, no, we're live. We're still live. Good,
Okay,
great.
good,
Everything's fine.
good. Sometimes you just gotta kick this thing in the nuts to get it going.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we were down for a second though.
Yep.
Good times. All right.
Well,
Let me
hey, fingers
refresh.
crossed that nothing goes wrong.
Yeah. Okay, I see us. All right, cool. Well, right on. Hey, everybody.
I like how this podcast is just one big millennial pause before the show starts.
Millennial pause?
Yeah, you guys hear about that? Apparently, it's all the rage on TikTok.
No.
There
What is
is
the
there's a one distinctly easy way to tell if whoever's TikTok you're looking at is Gen Z or they're a millennial. Millennials all do the millennial pause. That is, we hit start, we wait a second to make sure things are recording, and then we start talking. Gen Z, on the other hand, they have the Gen Z shake. If you look at any video from Gen Z, the first 2 seconds of their video, it's the camera shaking them getting ready. And then, all right, guys, here's the thing. Like, there's always a shake at the beginning of the video for every Gen Z person on TikTok. That is the Gen Z shake.
And this is like dominant enough amongst the demographics to like everyone's backing it as truth.
Yeah. I like when I started seeing millennial pause, I was like, what is that? And I was like, oh shit, yeah, I do that. Always stop for a second, make sure it's actually recording, and then okay, hi, hello, it's me, your boy, Jordan's Bear.
Yeah. I mean, like, we do that sort of. Like, we do have like these moments once we're on, like, I don't know, like, I guess in our brains we're just like, nothing is instant. It needs 3 seconds to like load up or start.
Yeah.
We're all running AOL dial-up in our heads, and we like, well, it's certainly not. I pressed the button, but it can't be done now.
Yeah. It's annoying that it's so prevalent.
Huh. And I guess not having come from a world of instant internet, these Gen Z kids just are not ready enough.
Yeah, and I've noticed too, like sometimes when you see like any TikTok reel, short, whatever, half the time, if it is like a Gen Z person, their video is starting midway through the first word they're saying because it hasn't started recording yet when they start talking, and that's why you see the shake and everything too. It's really funny and annoying. And now Steph and Leland are both looking up videos to see if they can spot the millennial pause or the Gen Z shake.
No, that's not.
No, we're talking about production stuff. Is that production or just podcast stuff?
I didn't want to bring it up during the show, but like, Anthony, you're really, really dark on my screen, and I thought maybe I was having a stroke.
No, he doesn't have his light on.
My light is slightly adjusted, so it's a little darker than normal.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't bother me. I don't know.
Yeah, Jordan's fuzz constantly makes me feel like I'm about to have a nosebleed.
Yeah, no, I can't figure out why this camera just refuses to focus, but
Boo, camera, boo, hiss.
I feel like I'm washed out, that I look way lighter than I do in person.
You look like a white girl. You don't, but I thought I'd say it.
You look like a Becky. Jessica.
Or Jennifer.
Steph, what's your
Jennifer
white girl
was
name?
almost my name. We talked about this.
Sure did.
It's come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about Kimber?
Kimber?
Not even that's such a white girl name, Kimber. Not even Kimberly. It's just Kimber.
Yeah, Kimber.
Kimber. She speaks with vocal
That's
fry.
white money. That's white money name.
No.
That's
Trailer Park thinking they got money.
Is it?
There's no rich person named Kimber.
I never know. I've never known a Kimber. Several Kimberlys.
I went to McDonald's and I got a Grandma McFlurry.
Yeah, that's a
What-
Kimber move.
What did that taste like? Also, shout out to Beck for the Caucassie.
Ooh. It tastes fine. It's just like
Does it taste
A
like Werther
McFlurry?
Originals?
with caramel chunks. Well, there's caramel chunks in here for sure, or like Crispies. So I had to look it up because I was like, I don't know what I'm eating.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Like,
So-
You're eating old grandma.
So
It
it's
says-
just vanilla and caramel, or
okay, so according to their website, it says you can always count on Grandma for a treat. So naturally, there's a McFlurry named after her. The delicious Grandma McFlurry features smooth sweet syrup with chopped candy pieces for a crunch. Blended in our creamy vanilla soft serve. I don't know what.
So they
chopped
still
candy
didn't tell you what's
I
in
ta-
it. It's
no,
just
they
like it's
don't
candy.
even tell me what candy it is.
It's ribbon candy and vanilla.
It's butterscotch flavored crumbles.
There you go. It's Werther.
So yeah,
Originals.
it's
Werther's
Werther's.
Originals? Yeah, nailed
Yeah,
it.
but they
Like,
can't.
As it should
But
be.
they didn't get Werther's Originals
Yeah.
No.
because
they
they're
got-
expensive. So they just
yeah.
got the butterscotch
got-
cheap
You're
knockoff.
McDonald's.
Butterscotch
You have
crunchies.
money to get
Yeah.
Werther's
Yeah, I
Originals.
know.
They don't.
Werther's
Apparently,
don't
they
want the name
can't.
on it.
They have to raise prices during peak
Maybe
hours just to
Werther's doesn't
offset
wanna
not
be
being able to afford
And
their
you know that's not
employees.
true because they're doing the $5 value menu again.
Yeah.
Only for a month though.
I heard Carl's Jr. now has a value menu where everything is under $4 on that menu.
Look, all of them can do that. All of them could do the Wendy's 4 for $4 or 5 for 5, whatever it is now.
Soon to be the 10 for 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have all the money, but they're like, we can't afford our employees.
No,
You're like,
we have to.
"What?
Our
Really?"
profit margins.
you're a billion served. It's literally on your fucking sign.
But our investors, our shareholders.
Yeah, fuck all those people.
I'm trying to think what else I did.
Ooh, capitalism. How was everyone's 3-day weekend?
Capitalism has ruined this country.
A
Yeah.
lot of it was chilling. I didn't go out, really. I chilled. I played video games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave Tifa a bath. I watched
Love lies
They-
bleeding.
well, I was gonna say the TMZ special of
Oh yeah.
Diddy.
We also watch that. Yeah.
on what is it on Tubi?
The downfall
Tubi?
of Diddy
Tubi?
on Tubi.
On Tubi.
Is there
I thought
something
you-
new? Did I
Yeah.
miss something?
It's a TMZ
Oh, Diddy?
documentary for
Yeah.
Diddy.
Ooh,
Hang
yeah.
on, wait. Do you know nothing about what happened with Diddy?
Well, I know he got
He got raided.
raided, and that's
Yeah.
as far as I've heard.
Okay,
Did
well,
something
Leland,
else
let me tell
happen?
you this. In that raid, the FBI found a video that Diddy paid a hotel for him to have,
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
a video of him chasing Cassie Ventura down a hallway and throwing her to the ground and beating her ass, and then
Yeah.
dragging
I
her
don't
back to
know.
the hotel room
And then
I don't know
throwing
who that
vases at
is.
her. He ran out
in,
in
a towel.
and socks and chased her down the hallway.
Oh, that
to the
implies he has
elevator.
sex with socks on. Ew.
This wasn't during
No,
any sexual thing.
so-
like
So to
she
our
took an
knowledge-
opportunity to
yeah,
try to
to our
leave, and he
knowledge,
did not
he was
like
in the
that.
shower.
Who is this person?
Cassie?
Cassie.
I don't know who that.
Cassie's
She's a
she's
singer.
an R&B singer
Yeah,
that dated Diddy for a long time.
yeah.
And like, yeah, there was. She's the one that came out with the whole lawsuit.
Yeah, she was one who put out the first lawsuit against Diddy, for abuse and all these other things.
Yeah, it was rough.
Unfortunately, the video that shows Diddy just putting hands on her is not relevant to her case because it is past the statute of limitations for that particular lawsuit, which is
Yeah.
fucking bullshit. But now everyone
Yeah.
got to see what Diddy's actually like. So
Yeah. Then TMZ had a documentary.
which is
On
yeah on
Tubi.
Yeah, it's on Tubi, and
Tubi?
it's basically
on
just a
Tubi.
really long episode of the TMZ show, and they're just exclusively talking about Diddy.
Yeah. So like if you were just having that in the background just to know what happened, yeah, that's informative. And then apparently 50 Cent is also gonna have a
Yes.
50 Cent is also having a documentary about Diddy that's gonna drop on Netflix.
Yes, 50 got a deal with Netflix to drop his documentary on Diddy called Did He Do It?
Yeah, Diddy do it.
Ooh. Guys, if we're gonna take this seriously, we can't be making jokes like that. Come on. This
yeah,
is a
I don't
criminal
know.
we're talking about. We're trying to put a motherfucker in jail.
No.
Did he do it? Fuck you.
Also, like 50 Cent is the biggest troll of Diddy.
Oh yeah, he's a huge
Like,
troll. I learned how I didn't realize how he was, and then I was like, you know what? You're like Kendrick. I wouldn't want to fuck with you because he's petty as shit.
He
Is
It
Diddy
is
not
so
allowed in the candy
hilarious.
shop?
Huh?
No.
He's not allowed in any
No.
shops.
Okay.
Oh
Alright,
God.
Not allowed in the candy shop no more.
Yeah.
got it.
Or maybe never was. I don't know. Those
I
two
don't
were
think he
never
ever
like
was.
really associated.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they-
so first I watched that doc, and then after I watched Love Lies Bleeding, and I enjoyed it.
I
What's
really,
that?
Great
I really
time.
enjoy that movie. So that's the Kristen Stewart. Oh shit, what was her name?
Oh, with the big girl.
yes,
Yes,
and it's
dude, she's
fucking
buff as
great.
shit.
Yeah, yeah. She was in Andor.
Yes.
Yes, she was also
Yeah.
in
She reminds
Ant-Man,
me of my Diablo
Quantumania.
character.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know, your muscles. I'm
Like-
fangirling. It looks. She looks
Like
buff
Yeah,
that-
as
she
shit.
joined something else recently, really big for her career too, but I can't remember what
Katie
it was.
O'Brien is her name.
That's her name,
Yeah.
Katie O'Brien.
Right on.
Yeah, she signed on for something also that was
I
kind of
like
like
her.
big. You're like, oh, okay, right on.
She's
Yeah.
in Twisters.
Maybe.
Maybe I
Hmm.
can enjoy her in.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, not Andor, the Mandalorian, but she is the when we're following the First Order, basically, the people who are like former First Order, now they're being reassimilated into society. Yeah.
Oh, okay. She
that's
she
Katie
was the
O'Brien.
girl that she fucked over.
She fucked over
the doctor.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Mandalorian. I forget
Yeah,
that was
season
the
3.
Mandalorian because
Cuz season 3 is all over the place.
it's,
Nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
it also feels like that would be a Andor
It- yeah.
plot
It was-
because just like, oh, we're
Yeah.
learning about the Empire versus
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
and season 3 was yep,
Season 3 was all over the place.
it was all over the place. It had no direction.
But it did have like some of the coolest episodes.
Sure, it had some great shit in it, but it was
Yeah.
also very much like, okay, so what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool.
yeah,
I really
It
did
wasn't
enjoy
a-
that First Order episode though. That was cool. Cuz it felt like
Yeah.
Andor, like
Yeah.
I did like that vibe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
But it was interesting.
yeah,
I
Love
enjoyed the
Lies
movie.
like Love Lies Bleeding. I watched the trailer once, and watching the movie, it was nothing like how I expected that movie to go.
What is it? I don't know anything about this.
It's like a crime drama.
So, yeah. Okay, so my understanding of what I thought when I first saw the trailer, I was like, oh, this buff woman is going to apparently. Or I thought she was like a buff serial killer, and I thought she was luring men and killing them.
Yeah.
I thought that was my understanding.
Yeah,
of what
I thought it
the
was
movie was.
bodybuilder assassin. I thought it was a bodybuilder assassin movie. That is not what the movie is.
Yeah. It's just
It's more. Have you ever seen the movie Pain and Gain, starring Mark Wahlberg, The Rock, and the Falcon?
Who else is in there? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anthony Mackie. It's more that mixed with
Charlize Theron's Monster?
Yes, that's what I referenced.
Steph made that same reference. Yeah,
I
I'm like,
made
I haven't
that
seen the
same
movie, but I guess.
That this movie was very like, have you seen Monster?
So it's
This
Muscle
is what
Mommy
it reminds me
Monster.
of. Yeah.
I-
So think kind of, sort of, but think bodybuilding involved too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the Muscle Mommy
it,
part.
it is it is such a specific movie.
Yeah,
It is
And
because Yeah.
Kristen Stewart's in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Kristen Stewart,
It's a great
fucking
job.
fantastic in that movie. Like,
Yeah, she did a
Yeah.
really good.
Kristen Stewart is
she did
so
really good in
good.
this role.
Like when she's in it, like when she's actually acting, she's fucking amazing.
Yeah. I think she did a great job.
I
How
rec-
much,
And
how much
Yeah.
of that Twilight stank do you think still kind of floats around her?
I don't
Probably
know,
not
because
much anymore. She's
I've
been
seen
nominated,
so
so I
Yeah.
think
much.
she's past that.
I've seen so much of
Like to
that
the
that when
general
I
public?
think of other movies, I'm just like, oh, you can act.
I mean, I
They
hate
just
to
made
break
you
it.
look so crappy.
I hate to break it to the Twilight people, but they're done. I mean,
Until they reboot.
sure,
Haven't
but
they
until
been
then,
done forever?
yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
Years.
no one talk about that movie. It's not going down the pantheon of the greatest franchises.
Oh, no, not
Like,
at all.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh,
fucking
yeah, no.
disaster.
No, but like
And I'm not talking.
Patterson.
I'm not talking about like what it is and stuff. Like, I just think they were just poorly made films for those poor people.
They were.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, that's my only real stipulation is like you had this big huge budget and you wanted to make this big franchise, and those are just shittily made films for those fans. I just think that's disappointing because
I'm
not much to
3
work
in,
with.
and the slope of quality is
I still
a
laugh.
Splash
Okay.
Mountain level.
Yeah,
I
there's
still
just
laugh when
not
you
good.
see what's her name when you see
He hasn't gotten there
Resesme?
yet. He has not gotten there yet.
Oh,
I know.
I know what you're
Resesme?
talking about. I know what you're
Renesmee?
talking about,
Yeah.
but I have not gotten to
Renesmee.
one of those movies yet.
Like
Bella,
I
where have you
keep
been,
seeing the
loca?
clips. Yeah, I keep seeing the clips
Yeah,
on
I've seen like stills of it
on
and
reels
it's
where it was like, I
baffling.
can't believe she looked like this. And then I was like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, she really did look like that. And it looks so fucking
And it's
weird.
supposed to be like a normal child.
It did not look normal.
Not at all.
No, bad.
No, I'm looking forward actually to getting to those movies because, like, as I understand it, everything just keeps getting to be too much, and it's too
Yeah.
much squared, it's too much cubed, it's too much, and I just want to see where it is at the end, and I want to follow along. I don't want to just like hear
That's
it
how I felt.
secondhand or
Yeah.
or read a wiki. I want to experience this baffling amount of bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is an experience because it's just like, what the fuck is happening? Like, it's hard to take it seriously, and then when you watch it, I was like, everyone went nuts about this. Everyone was totally fine with this. This was
A
okay.
specific kind of person did.
Because, like, the people I watched with, they were huge fans.
Mhm.
I was just like, okay, I'll just, I've never been into the whole thing. And
Sure,
it
but
was just like,
that's your other side of the spectrum from like a
Yeah.
Fast and Furious. Like those movies barely make any sense between each other. There's all
they're
kinds of
so
unrealistic
good.
nonsense. But like that's just the other side of the coin.
I
Yeah.
know. But oh man, yeah, like watching some of them is just kind of like there is that scene that they always talk about where like Edward first sees Bella for the first time and smells her, and his exact repulsing reaction is like, this really happened?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah, it's just okay. Yeah, that's about it. Hold on.
Good times.
So you're watching through the Twilight saga right now?
Like when the mood strikes, we've watched the first 3. And we started this I don't know, shit, maybe January, I don't know. Like there's been plenty of time to just do it,
Yeah.
but it's more like, is today the day? No, not today. Like, good point. Let's watch one of the other things we're watching.
Oh God. How many
I don't know if I could do 50 Shades.
of those of the 50 Shades movies have they made? I know they made the first one. Did they actually got through
Three.
all 3?
I
Holy
watched
shit.
all 3, and they
Oh,
were all
shit.
as ridiculous as I thought they would be.
Listen, if you take the vampires out, then there's nothing left for me to be interested in.
But like, I got nothing out of watching those movies either. And we try to watch it as like a girl date thing, like, haha, Valentine's Day. Let's all get drunk and then watch this. Garbage.
Well, because
Like-
because 50 Shades, the series, was written by a person who, one, fundamentally does not understand S&M,
Or
period,
sex.
or sex, or relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got very frustrated. I was like, does everyone like this guy? Because he really sucks. What is his name? Something Gray?
Gray.
Christian Grey.
Christian-
Christian
Grey.
Grey.
Yeah.
I was just like,
I almost
he's
said Dorian.
He's aggressive. He's not nice. And also, what's Dakota Johnson just looked like? Well, I also heard they didn't have chemistry and they didn't really like each other
Not the
there,
first
and it was
two.
very obvious that.
I
they
mean,
There's
I,
two
just,
different
I
Grey.
don't. I'm starting to think the only thing she has chemistry with is a Costa Rican spider.
Like, I like her. I have nothing
Gotcha.
against her. I just thought in the movie it was very obvious that they didn't. It was off. Yes.
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay.
Yes,
It's-
Jordan
it's-
down in front.
This is actually two things. Steph, one, you like Dakota Johnson as an actress?
I feel like she's misunderstood. I don't think she's great, but I feel like
She's not
she
as
has
bad as.
potential.
Okay. Number
I'll
two.
give you. She's not as bad as other people. I'll give her that.
Number two, what is Dakota Johnson's best performance?
The Bad Times of the El Royale.
God, I still need to watch that movie.
Me too.
She understood the assignment in that one, but the movie not the fuck about her.
Okay.
But
Um,
she's good in that.
So,
I feel like she has potential.
but she's had like 18 movies, I feel like. And Leland only named the one movie that she's good in, and it's
In
not
my
even about
defense, though,
her.
that is the only other movie I've seen her in. Apparently, she was in 21 Jump Street and had a very memorable line.
I don't
that,
even
like,
remember her in there.
in
She was
21
one of the
Jump Street?
cheerleaders, and that she comes up and she goes, "Are you guys like doing your thing or hanging out?" And she goes, "Oh yeah, you finger banging your asshole." Like she says that to someone at one point, and like that was like her first movie. And I'm like, yeah, that's a funny line delivered by someone I didn't know, but like
Yeah.
the movie, not the fuck about the cheerleader who has one
also
line.
true. Yeah.
Wait, she says popping each other's assholes? She
That's
says
her.
that line?
Yeah, she's the other one. She's the popping each other's assholes girl.
Girl black?
Yeah.
I
Mm.
swear she was black.
No, she's standing next to a black girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's
The
in
black
the.
girl starts it off, and I guess she finishes
Got
the
it.
yeah.
Okay.
As far as the movies that I recognize, she was in the Peanut Butter Falcon,
heard
which I
that's
think she
good. I still
plays
need to
the
watch that.
sister. It's
The fuck's
good.
the Peanut Butter Falcon.
It's been on my
That's
list.
the Shia LaBeouf movie
Yeah,
where,
I'm out.
Is it Shia
um,
LaBeouf?
The autistic kid wants to be a wrestler.
yeah. It's like,
Or
Was it Shia
no,
LaBeouf?
I think he's
I
actually
thought it
down.
was. I thought it was what's his name? I thought it was what's his Harry
Shia
Potter. I
LaBeouf.
can't think of his name.
oh,
Like Potter.
you
Daniel
thought-
Radcliffe.
you
I thought it was
the
Daniel
Peanut Butter
Radcliffe.
Falcon?
No,
No. I'm
it's
not sure what movie
absolutely
you're
Shia LaBeouf.
Steph, are you thinking of Army Man?
Swiss Army Man.
Oh.
It doesn't matter
Haven't
what it is.
seen it
Fuck that
yet.
movie.
I still feel there's something in that movie I'm not understanding.
No,
still
you're not.
want an
It's just
opinion.
bad.
So the Peanut Butter Falcon, after running after running away from a residential nursing home to pursue his dream to become a pro wrestler, a man who has Down syndrome befriends an outlaw who becomes his coach and ally. So
Okay.
Down syndrome.
It's not exactly that that last line, but LaBeouf is good in it for as weird and problematic as he is. But yeah, she plays the sister, I think.
Mm.
Bad Times, Suspiria, which I haven't seen, but I guess that's the big one
I
for
also
her.
wanted to watch that.
Oh, How to Be
She's in-
Single. She was the worst part of that movie.
I didn't see that.
She was the main character.
I know, and she was the worst part of it.
Black Mass, which I didn't see.
Yeah, she is in a lot of movies.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like
She's in a bunch of stuff, but like
I don't know.
she's in the
Maybe I
Social
see
Network, but
something
like
else.
she
I
ain't
just
probably
feel
no
like
one you remember.
I feel like she has potential. She just
She was in Don't Worry, Darling?
I
I
guess.
don't remember that.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that
That's
is.
a-
That is the Olivia Wilde directed movie starring Harry
Florence
Styles and
Pugh?
Florence Pugh.
Oh,
Originally,
Oh, that one that had all that
thing.
drama.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shane says it's not bad,
It's
but
not
it's definitely
bad.
not good.
Yeah. It's not bad, but it's
You have
not
to be
good.
in a mood to watch
But
it.
but in Shane's defense, though, he has a real big heart on for Florence Pugh, so he didn't
I
really
love
care.
She's
her.
amazing. She's
what-
great.
He didn't really give a shit what the
adorable.
movie was about.
Yeah.
I watched a video where they played with cats and they got interviewed, or puppies, and I was just like, I would watch you talk with puppies. Those are actually really delightful interviews. You could watch puppies and learn about people.
Yeah. I mean, it's no
That's always
hot
nice.
ones, but
Yeah, it's true.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I watched Hemsworth this morning not do well on the last two.
Oh, really?
It's
Yeah.
very funny.
It is.
he like comes in all like, nah, I'm Australian. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm Thor. And by the end of it, he's just like, can we get some ice cream?
Yeah.
That'd be great. That'd be
Yeah.
great.
He's kind of losing his mind at the end.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, it's cool. Yeah. I think at one point he goes, mate, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that one too. That one's enjoyable. I think he's just, what do you call it? He's like,
He seems like a
Charming.
great person to get a beer with.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like,
Hemsworth?
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like how he is in Thor is just how he is. Like, that's just him being
Yeah.
him.
No. Comedic Thor, that is just Chris Hemsworth. Like,
Seems
as
like
a
it.
person.
I saw Furiosa.
How was that?
I've
Oh,
heard,
what is your
I've heard
overall
nothing but
thoughts?
great things, but that movie flopped
Yeah.
super hard.
I mean, it's 40 minutes too long. That's its biggest flaw.
That's
Like,
a lot
there's
extra.
there's
Is it 3 hours?
It's a 2
No,
hour
it's
and
2
40
hours
minute
and
movie.
yeah, it's like 2 hours and 30 minutes of some
Okay.
nonsense. But I'll be
Okay,
honest with
okay.
you, fucking Amon Taylor-Joy. Spoiler: I'm gonna ruin this for everybody because I think everyone just needs to know.
She loses an arm.
No,
She shaves her head.
she don't come into
Ooh.
that movie until an hour and 10.
Oh, really?
Oh
This is
yeah,
like a Dune thing?
You mean
It's-
about
it's-
her?
it's
her
kind of
origin
about
movie?
her.
Wow.
I mean, she's a little girl. They show her grow
Oh,
into
they gotta
Amon
show her
Taylor-Joy.
grow
Oh,
up?
okay.
Is that
But
why?
it takes an hour.
That's
It's
a
about-
lot of
it's still
growing
about
up
the
to do,
character.
man.
It's still about the character, yes. And
Okay.
Hemsworth definitely understood the assignment.
He look it.
But I'll be honest, he's fine in it. Like,
Is he
Is he not good for
like,
a bad guy?
Love and Thunder fine, or is he
no, he's better than Love and Thunder fine.
okay?
Yeah.
But he's not Ragnarok.
No. I had
Is
a good
he-
time with the movie. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I
Is he
liked it.
Lady
I didn't love it.
Ghostbusters Good.
No. He'll never be as good as Ghostbusters again.
Oh, I thought he was better in Ragnarok.
I still haven't watched that one.
Oh,
It's worth
Ghostbusters?
watching. Yeah.
Scott says muted. Scott, are you referring to one of us specifically?
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out what Scott meant
Oh,
by
okay.
that. But
Unless
don't-
did Scott see it?
No, this was in Vegas.
that might be
Oh.
why he meant muted. Just
Yeah.
oh,
To
Oh,
avoid
he doesn't
spoilers.
hear.
We're good.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're good.
Yeah, that's kind of been on my. I sort of forget, like, oh, that's right, that's out, and then I immediately forget again.
But again, that movie's
So
coming
did
out on
America.
digital like soon. Like
it seems to be the problem right now with a lot of America. They just don't know what they want.
we
You know,
want
there's a-
to watch movies in our own
Yeah.
home. We do not want to deal with other fucking people as we watch the
I mean,
movies we want to watch.
I like going to theaters.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said about that. I mean, Fall Guy was fantastic and no one saw it.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like, I'm like, well, that's the best movie of the summer so far because Deadpool hasn't come out yet.
I still haven't seen it.
So, just
Yeah.
like, all right, cool.
Yeah, like I do enjoy a good theater, but I do also enjoy watching movies at home, Like
I think my
Fair.
preference would be theater, honestly, for a lot of movies. Not every movie needs a theater,
true.
Yeah,
but
I
like
see what you
certainly,
mean.
certainly
a
like
whole-
your genre films, I feel deserve theaters.
Yeah.
I do enjoy at theaters where you're only focusing on just the movie. I just don't like dealing with other people if they make my experience not enjoyable.
Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, is coming out on DVD, Blu-ray, and digital on June 25th.
Wow.
Oh, quick,
next
it's a month.
So it's like, why would I watch it in a
Why
theater?
bother at this point?
Like,
Fall Guy was brought out like within 3
Yeah.
weeks.
oh, really?
Fall
It's-
Guys already.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
It's,
digital.
watch
it's
that.
already streaming.
Yeah, you can already stream it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that does sound right.
But yeah, I agree with Beck there. I think people do need to relearn theater etiquette because we spent 3 years of not being able to go outside and people forgot what you're supposed to do in a theater, and that's not fucking bother other people in the theater.
It's quite astounding how fast we all, and I'm going to include all of us in it. We all have done our things, like
Yeah.
how we all have forgot how to people.
Yes.
Oh,
100%.
I mean, it only took about 3 weeks. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah. Once we were no longer all in it together.
Every
I
man and woman
just-
for themselves.
Fucking joke.
I
that
just
shit.
remember watching whatever Star Wars movie we were watching, and that old guy asking me 21 questions. Where it's like, first of all, I
Wait, a
don't have the
stranger?
answers.
Wait, in a movie
for-
theater?
Yeah, he was like, "Who's that?" It was
Is that her dad?
Yeah,
Wait, did he-
Carrie.
wait,
it
like-
was
Like he specifically spoke to you?
Yeah, he looked over and it had a what's her fish Leia.
Carrie
Princess
Fisher.
Carrie
Leia?
Fisher.
Carrie Fisher. It had Carrie Fisher on the screen and he looked at me and he goes, "Is that her grandmother?" And I was like, I don't know, sir. Like
Bro,
I don't
I
have
don't
the
know you.
answers.
Talking
Yeah,
about
I don't-
Ray.
know how I'd feel about that.
He asked me questions
Yeah.
several times.
I'd be like,
at
sir,
least
I don't
3
know. I'm watching the
times."
movie too.
And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really watch Star Wars. I don't know if I actually said that, but I know I didn't have the answers. And I was like, sorry, sir. And then his knees kept touching my knees. And I was just like, this is why I sit tucked in, because you want to spread your legs so fucking wide. This is what I mean with etiquette.
I don't know. I
This is
feel
what
like I
makes
would have
me
just got up and left or gone and
not.
complained. Like I just don't have that kind of time anymore.
Yeah.
But even though if you go, I've noticed though, if you go and complain to the
Usher.
concession stand or
usher.
usher,
Yeah.
I wanted to say something else. I was like, that's
They'll
not
just
it.
tell you to sit somewhere else. Like,
Yeah, like they don't go and do the thing they're supposed to do. Like you were supposed to go in there and take that person out. Like if they're disrupting me and other people, goodbye. But they don't do that. They go, oh, we'll give them a stern warning. I don't want you to give them a stern warning. I want you to have them leave. Like-
I know.
They're ruining my experience and everyone around you. How much more? What more do you want?
Yeah.
I don't know how
Like-
theaters are. Like, do you guys? Okay, so I know at least Regal and like the places that I've gone to, like your seat is already reserved. Obviously,
The only
before
way
you
I
go
do it
in,
now.
like it's not free
Yeah.
seating anymore.
I think you don't have
You
a
don't-
choice, right?
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
I think it's only you
Most-
pick your
most
seat. now.
Okay,
places
yeah.
are.
So, like a lot of the times during those 30-minute previews, seats are empty. And then sometimes when the movie starts is when you got your people shuffling in.
Yeah.
And they got like the middle fucking seats, so everything's happening and you're just waiting as they scooch on by.
Again,
and then
people
scooch on
forgot
by
etiquette,
again.
like theater etiquette in general. Like the last, well, I remember one of the last times I went to a movie theater. I was sitting next to a family and kids were sitting in my seat. So I was like, yeah, they're sitting in my seat. The guy's like, oh, well, let's just sit over there. It'll be fine. I'm like, okay. Like, what's the point of me reserving a seat then? Like, is this anarchy?
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
I get
They
annoyed
moved.
with
I
the
was in some
people who
kid's
are.
seat by accident when we went to see Renfield. I'm like, oh shit, my bad, bud. I had this whole thing flip flopped.
Oh.
And you just get up and move.
Yeah, I mean,
Then I see the etiquette of people who are either recording the screen because TikTok or whatever they're trying to do, or
Bootlegging.
straight up
You know what?
chatting, or straight up on the phone.
yeah.
And the thing is, they're like towards the front where I would have to get up and like actually go towards them if I wanted to complain. But it's like in the view of like my screen and the darkness down here. And then there's a little white light that you keep seeing every now and then. And it's just like, fuck.
Yeah.
They bring back throwing rotten tomatoes at people.
They just have them at the concession stand, like.
Yeah. You're in case of poor etiquette. Just toss some mushy tomatoes at people.
I know when I went to
We don't shame people like we used to.
We don't. We should bring back shaming, like public
should bring back-
shaming. Like there's social media shaming, but we should bring back actual public shaming.
I like. Don't
That
get me
would be
wrong.
considered insensitive.
Oh,
Shame.
yeah. I like to
Shame
speak.
on you for saying that.
I like to speak how I feel. I also don't know how far someone else is gonna go to deal with my bullshit, or if I'm gonna end up being recorded by someone and then trending. And I don't want to be that person trending.
Go viral
I
for
mean, that's
shaming
fair.
somebody.
That's the thing. People do that nowadays, and you see that all the time. Something happens. What's the first thing everyone does?
Take out their phone to record. Yep. I would like to go my
It's
entire
so
life
quick.
and not be in someone's video being that guy. You know?
Yeah.
True. True.
I have
Right.
customers who come in and they're always like, "Oh, can I record in the store or can I take pictures?" I says, "Yeah, sure." I said, "But I don't want to be in any of it." They're like,
Fine.
"Oh, but what if I just pass over?" I was like, "What point did you get? I don't want to be in your fucking video."
Yeah. Like
You can, if you want to go film your dumbass YouTube shit in the back of the store, that's
Yeah.
fine. You can
You want to
take
do
as
your
many
little
pictures as
TikTok
you want.
dance that everyone
I'm at the
fucking
counter.
does and shit?
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to film the counter.
yeah.
There's
Basically,
nothing
yeah.
going on at the counter. It's like-
I fucking can't. The Regal's out here. I'm the only one who goes where I'm assigned. Had a woman record with flash on. I fucking can't with you and be so pissed. Turn your flash off.
Yeah, that couldn't have lasted, right? That didn't go for the whole movie, right, Beck? Like somebody got to them within 5 minutes, right?
I feel like I would have said something like, "Lady, turn off
Yeah,
the light
yeah.
at least."
I feel like everyone can get behind a cause like that.
That's the other thing is you think you're gonna start it like, oh, everyone in here would like you to stop talking. No one's gonna join up. No one ever does.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I've seen it happen. I've seen other people try to start it. Even I've stayed quiet. I was just like, I don't want to get
Diffusion of
involved.
responsibility.
Yeah, I'm
It's
like,
it's,
this
Like
is
I said,
not
it
my.
was-
I don't want to be in this drama. I got my own shit. This is
It
not
was
what
different
I can't.
times. I remember calling the ushers several times to tell on people because it's just annoying. Like I forgot what we were watching, but I remember that girl just kept she kept humming. And it's like, why even go to the fucking scary movie? Like you didn't even want to be here.
I had a dude fall asleep once in a movie, like out cold snoring.
Oh
And
god.
my friend Adrian like turned around. She was like, "Sir." It's like,
If you're sleepy,
And
go
movies
home.
are loud.
yeah, she's like,
That
we
didn't
can. He
bother
was
me.
like, like, and that I was like, yeah, that sucks. But as someone who falls asleep in front of the TV nightly, I'm like, ah, man, all right. It's just like,
I've been guilty of falling
I'll give you
asleep
like
in the
one
theater or
pass,
like
2
Sure.
passes most.
trying to fight sleep in the theater.
Yeah,
I think I
like
was
during
watching
the Warcraft movie where you're dead asleep.
Yeah, dude. I remember at Parkway
We also
Plaza we
did
went to
it
the late
on the
I think it
screen.
was a late showing of
It was
World of
not a
Warcraft.
late showing of
Yeah,
of the
it was.
Warcraft movie. It was in the afternoon. It was a Saturday at like 2 p.m.
With that
You
AC
No,
you
so
were,
it
like,
had to be
fighting
more than that
sleep.
because when we left the theater, no one was fucking there. Like, I know it was late. One, that's another thing too that could really ruin my theater experience.
If you're sleepy,
I love the AC. The
Oh.
thing is, if my legs are freezing and now I'm uncomfortable, now I'm focused on my legs and not the movie because I'm uncomfortable now, which is the worst. I'm one of those people that bring a jacket to the theater. I don't care if it's 100 degrees outside. I brought this jacket for the theater.
I fell
That's
asleep
reasonable.
during Last Airbender, and slept through most of the movie.
Yeah.
And I've never gone back to try and watch.
I hear
You
that's
don't
a
need
better
to.
move.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're fine.
It was fine.
I
Was
have
it-
fallen asleep. I fell asleep through Tim Burton's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory at the same, and I fell asleep for about 20 minutes in the theater, and then I tried to rewatch it. I've tried to rewatch it at least twice at my house, and I have fallen asleep in the same exact spot every time. So there's like 20 minutes in the middle. I'm not quite sure what happens.
What happened?
It's like,
I
But
feel
there's
like if
some
you
squirrels
finally
in it.
watched it, I don't think it'd be worth it either.
No, I mean,
No.
it's not one of the ones I go to,
Yeah.
but yo, that Beetlejuice trailer, take my
That looked
money.
cool.
I
Yes.
couldn't shove it through the TV quick enough. I was like, take all of it. I don't care. It's like-
I'm so happy that they're going with the name Beetlejuice and not
I mean-
Beetlejuice 2.
yeah, Beetlejuice 2
yeah.
goes Hawaiian.
That's part 3. That's what the third one's for.
I want
I
the
just-
opening scene to be him in Hawaii.
just as a joke
I
for
think,
the trolls.
I
just a
think we
joke.
are gonna get that. I think we're gonna get a scene
Yeah.
in Hawaii
That
for
seems
sure.
plausible.
Oh man,
Like, he's gonna be in Hawaii when he gets summoned. He's gonna be so pissed.
Yeah.
Like we saw the trailer again, or I've watched it a lot. Like I've watched it quite a few
seen it
times.
twice.
Like I really much enjoy a lot of what I've seen in the trailer. I'm like,
Watch the
yes, this is
trailer,
everything I want. Yeah, and they're making it a really big deal that they're like not relying on CG. Like that's all
Yeah.
puppets and fucking
Yeah.
miniatures
Good.
and model. I was like, cool. I guess Tim Burton finally discovered the internet and read what people have been saying about his last 20 years of movies. I don't know.
Granted, there's a scene in the trailer that's like, that's all CGI.
Oh yeah, I know what scene you're talking about, and it's not the best
It does
CGI,
not
which
look
leads me
good.
to. I was like, leads me to believe that's not a finished product.
Yeah.
I feel
Um,
like that's another
yeah.
movie of my childhood.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it came out in.
88.
There you go.
You know what
A year
scene
before we
always
were
freaked
born.
me out? There's 2 weird scenes that made me uncomfortable.
Which ones?
The when they're in the little office space,
Mm.
and then there's like that little like perfectly cut hole in the wall that like that guy's hanging
Oh
and
yeah,
got
the
run
black
over,
guy slides
Yeah.
through.
and it just goes and he just slides into darkness.
That
That
disturbed you?
yeah, that bothers me. I don't like it. And then the
I feel
other
it's very
part
like enabling.
the other part was the doors. There was like the doors with the spirits, and there was like one
Spirit of Jim
green
Morrison.
spirit that floats up, and then they like pull the curtain down. Yeah, that also disturbed me.
Like,
Wow.
not the
Little
part
things.
where Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin make themselves monsters.
Oh,
Not the Beetlejuice snake. Not
or the, and then the eyes go white.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Those
so many
good times.
actual disturbing things in that.
Yeah.
That
Those
like
little things that
parts that
bothered
you
me
make
as a
like
kid.
nippy.
That bothered me as a kid.
I never realized for the longest time that the woman was coming out of her neck because her neck was slit
Yes.
open. Like,
Yep.
It's 'cause,
like,
yeah.
and when I realized, I was just like, oh god, I love it.
Yeah.
It's like-
I saw someone cosplay as
That lady?
the
Juno.
Juno, the
No.
caseworker, or are you talking about Miss Columbia? Yeah.
yeah, Miss
Oh yeah.
I saw someone cosplay as that. I don't know if it was
Is it Miss
WonderCon.
Columbia?
It was
Yeah, someone
it
will
was
tell you
either
in a sec.
WonderCon or Comic Con. I just know I saw someone. I was like, "Hey!"
Argentina. Thank you.
Argentina.
Yeah,
Knew
and
it was
then I took a
somewhere.
picture.
Yeah.
Thank you, Beck.
I love it when she's just like, and I would have had my little accident, and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh,
Mhm.
that's fucked up. Yeah,
I want to rewatch Beetlejuice now.
I'm excited about that.
I
Movie.
watched it I think a year ago last.
That's one of those movies that like lives rent free in my brain. Like Scott put it on like a couple years ago, where we watched it for like the Halloween season, and
Yeah.
like I just was like the whole movie. I'm like, I know every line. He was just like, yeah, I can see. It's just like, yeah, I got it. I'll try. I try really, really hard. Like we watched Clue a couple weeks ago. He caught me mouthing like straight up like full scenes. Like, it's like,
I think I say this every
Flames on
time.
the side of my face.
I still have to watch that.
yeah.
Still watch what?
Yeah, Blue. I still haven't watched.
I
How
mean,
have
you can
still
watch
not
it.
watch Clue, and you're
Because
friends
I
with
don't-
all
we
of
end up
us.
Steph, I don't know if it's gonna hold much for you at this point. You might enjoy it, but I don't think you're gonna walk away from it like going, "Oh, I get why these guys like it." You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah.
that holds up for like a first time viewing
No,
for new people.
I don't. Honestly, as much as I love Goonies, I think people can watch it and enjoy it, but I don't think they're gonna think it is like it's the be all end all that a whole generation does.
That's one that you need to see at the right age for it to work. Otherwise,
just
it won't.
likes the Goonies.
Edgar Wright on a podcast a couple months back, he got a lot of flack for it because he was like, I'm gonna say a controversial opinion. He goes, He goes, as fun as Goonies is, he goes, it's not a good movie. I watched this as an adult. He goes, it's not good. He goes, it's poorly paced. He goes, it's badly written. And I was like, the fuck? It's like, I was like, some could be saying about your movies are poorly paced and badly written. So calm it the fuck down, bro.
I've
I was
never
like,
seen the
I
Goonies.
like you. You've never seen Goonies?
I've never seen
Yeah,
it.
we talked about this. You've never seen it.
I mean, I
have
believe
it.
you. I just, yeah.
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 How about we watch the Goonies and then we watch Clue and then we can knock that both off our list.
Those two do
Sure.
not go together.
They
Yeah,
don't
that's
at
not
all.
a, that's not a,
Well, then
that's
not
a
a
wild
double feature.
evening.
No, no.
You
They
watch
could be
Goonies
a
and
double
like
feature. They have movies that don't work at the drive-in.
the
Yeah, but they
Cloonies.
shouldn't.
Well, it's a movie
I don't
about
know what to tell
children
you.
Beck
on
doesn't
a
like
murder
something.
mystery.
It's a good Goonies matchup.
The Explorers.
I've actually never seen The Explorers.
It's fine. My memory of it is probably better than in the actual execution, but it's been about 20 years since I've seen it. I remember enjoying it as a child.
I thought people like to pair up Goonies with Stand By Me.
That's not a good pairing either, I
No.
don't think.
I haven't
Monster
seen either
Squad.
Monster
movie.
Squad.
Monster Squad's a
I
good
feel
one.
like I've seen
Yeah.
a box set of Stand By Me and My Girl.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. The
Haven't seen
sad
either
duo.
movie.
Both.
There
Yeah.
you
both
go.
sad children's movies. Or
He
Sad
can't see
movies
without his
with
glasses.
children.
Give him his
Yes.
glasses.
It's like, oh, what's that? You want to go see a dead body or watch a child die? Good times.
You want to see a dead body? You want to see a dead body get
You know what?
made?
Scott makes a good point. If you want to do two different generations, you do Goonies and The Sandlot.
I have seen The Sandlot. That's a great movie.
Yeah,
I
Like
mean,
an
'cause-
adventure movie though.
I still
No, but
like
I'm just
the
using
first
as those
one.
movies
The
that
second
like
one I didn't care for.
generationally, like The Sandlot is like, it's a big deal to some people, and I
Yeah.
think it missed you and me by like a bit.
For watching it, like I'm very familiar with it.
Sure.
When did Sandlot come out? Early 90s?
The
looking
Sandlot
it up.
came out in 1993.
Ugh.
Okay, so that's Goonies was 85, 84. Scott will
Something like
correct
that.
me in a minute.
The Goonies came out in 1985.
Okay, so that's
I'm trying to
almost
think,
10
like-
years. That's a generation. That's
Yeah,
that's
no,
a whole.
they're not the same.
yeah.
They're not the same. But I'm trying to think like, oh, does
be right back.
Sandlot fit with like your
Okay.
Angels in the Outfield or
Oh man, Angels in
like-
the Outfield. I've not seen that movie in a long time.
your
What-
the rookie?
What was the other? The Rookie.
Oh
yeah.
it was-
Wow, I've not seen that in a long time.
Funky butt loving.
And then there was it like in the late 90s? Didn't like Little Bow Wow like find Michael
Oh, like
Jordan's
Mike.
shoes like Mike, right?
like
like is
Mike.
that
Yeah.
considered a thing? Like
Yeah.
I've
That's in
never
that,
seen
like,
movie.
Okay,
young
I mean-
kids in adult sports.
Adventures in Babysitting, like I get like Adventures in Babysitting, I think that's like 87, 88. Like I watched that as a kid, but I
don't find that
shouldn't
one to be
have.
that great.
Like that movie's not really for children. It's like it's a PG-13 movie. It gets an F-bomb in it.
That
So,
one-
you know, it's like
Adventures in Babysitting. That one I think is poorly paced and
I've never
poorly
seen that.
written.
I've seen the Babysitters Club.
not the same.
Not the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember the movie Rookie of the Year? The kid that's a broken
Rookie
arm
of
and
the
he,
Year.
and he could
Yeah,
just
yeah.
pitch really well because
What
of
was
it.
the one? What was the one where the kid gets like given the baseball team?
Oh, he gets given the Minnesota
Angels in the
Twins.
Outfield?
No,
No,
That's
Angels in the Outfield
the
is
Angels.
the yeah.
Anaheim
With,
Angels.
that's where is it Danny Glover or fuck Doc Brown? What's his name? Christopher Lloyd.
No,
as
Christopher
Ghost or
Lloyd
s-
is Angels in the Outfield because I think he's an angel.
It's the only-
Little Big League. That's it.
Little
Mm.
big.
Yeah.
Man, we had a lot of baseball movies in the 90s.
They did make a lot of baseball movies with
I
children.
like shit.
I had this
Major League?
conversation. I had this conversation with someone at the store a couple weeks ago. And I was earnest and I meant it. I was like, look, there was only 3 baseball movies.
I like
There's
the
a
League of
lot.
Their Own.
I'm not going to say there's not.
Yeah.
But there were only 3 good baseball movies. I said A League of Their Own, Major
Mhm.
League, and Field Dreams, and it's in that order. It's
You build it, he will come.
it's like giggity. Yeah.
I like A League of Their Own.
A
I
League of Their
cried a
Own's
lot to
great.
those
That's a
movies.
great movie.
Anthony.
I don't know. I'm
What-
just trying to think if there's something I like
Remember
better
Rosie-
than
Rosie
Field
O'Donnell's
Dreams.
in there.
Yes, she is.
Yes,
Yeah,
she
and the
is.
movie's still good.
Yeah.
No.
It's the best acting Madonna's ever done.
Oh yeah, I remember she's in there. Yeah.
Like
Oh,
that's
I,
for
I
some
have a soft
reason.
spot for Breathless Malone.
Mahoney, come on, bro.
Whatever.
No, there's no whatever. Anthony, what did you do this weekend?
I did some car work. I did 2 oil changes and tried to fix my brakes.
And he has some sweet flame decals on the side of his car now.
Heck yeah.
How
Car
was
goes
it
faster
fixing
now.
brakes?
How did all that go?
Oil changes went easy. Apparently I didn't need new brakes. I have some other mystery problem.
I need new brakes.
Well, I kind of know what I'm doing now. Listen, I'm
Why?
like one more YouTube video away from being certified. So
Mechanic.
yeah, bring
Is that
it
how
on
that
down.
happens?
I mean, these days probably.
Yeah.
Well, that's
You can
I
find a
don't know,
YouTube
maybe-
video for
maybe-
any car problem.
maybe
Yeah.
you know, maybe
I
have someone
replaced like
look
I
at it who's got a
rewired
degree.
my what is this?
Do they give degrees for?
My aux
Mechanics?
You
cable
get
thing.
certifications.
I
Okay.
mean,
You can be
I don't know.
CET, I think, certified.
It's not a big deal, but I was really happy when I changed my cabin filter because I was like, look at me. I'm
Hey,
doing
yeah.
stuff to my car.
Fresh air.
There's legit a video, a TikTok or a YouTube on how to do everything.
It's true.
saying
mean,
there's
gee-
not. Just but if
I've-
you can't
I've
figure it
learned a
out
bunch of
though,
stuff.
maybe it's when do you throw in the towel and go, okay, I don't know what's wrong with it.
We could find out what's wrong with it because on a Lord of Deals deal,
That's true.
I bought one of those code readers for the cars. We just need
Those-
to hook it up to
She
your
does
car,
have one of
and it'll
those.
give you a whole
That's a
thing
good
of
thing to
like
have.
all the problems.
That's a handy thing to have, honestly.
It really is.
It was
fuck you
only
talking
20
about?
bucks.
You know when your engine light comes on,
Yeah,
No.
you need it. You know there's an engine
so
light.
you got a good
Yeah,
car.
but mine's never come on, so I don't know.
Well, when it
I'm
comes on, it
kidding.
means
Of
there's
course
a problem.
of course my fucking engine lights come on. I'm driving like a 10-year-old car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the way you handle things, we wouldn't be surprised if you were so on top of all of your regular maintenance that nothing has just ever gone wrong.
I honestly, I
Um,
believed you immediately. I was
yeah,
like,
I
oh, yeah,
believe
no, it
you.
makes
I mean,
sense.
look,
He takes his car to the shop, takes care of it. Yeah.
No, there is some
I can
truth
see
to
that.
that, but like, look, I had my oil change last week before driving to Vegas because I was like, well, I
Yeah,
need to
you
have it
should.
done.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
time.
yeah.
You should.
So
That's
I did that,
appropriate.
and the guy came. He goes, "Oh, it's been 9 years," and I was like, "Yeah." So he's like, "Well, you need to get your. We need to take this all apart and do." I was just like, "Uh huh." Well, what actually do I need to have done?
Yeah.
And he was just like, "Oh, all of it. All of it needs to be done. We need to get those spark plugs and pull out your engine." And I was like, "Okay, well, how much do you think that would set me
Oh,
back?" I was
God,
thinking like
so
$500
much.
bucks.
Yeah.
And he
So
goes,
much.
"It'd be like $2,500."
$5,000.
And he was like, "It'd be like $2,500." And I was like, "You can go fuck
people-
yourself."
Oil changes
Yeah,
are creeping
most
up.
people
Yeah.
just end up getting a new fucking car.
No,
not
I
even
talked to-
new. Like
my
trade
car's-
in and get another car.
Yeah,
It's
sure, but
not
the
worth
truck's
it.
not that old. So like I
Yeah.
asked my dad. My dad was like, "No." He's like, "You come down. We'll go through it and do the things that we can do." He goes,
Yeah.
"And then you can take it back and be like, I need this and this."
Mm.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Don't come at me with like, "Well, we found." No. You didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that thing
Stop
they tell
buying
you?
air filters.
Like
Oh
the
no, we
mi-
don't do that. We
Yeah.
change
Yeah.
those ourselves. Yeah.
What is it? I know they charge so much for that. Why are you charging like $25 for an air filter when you could just buy it
Because
yourself?
labor is $100.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so fucking wild.
But the way he
Remember-
said it was just like, ooh, he was almost kind of like he looked at me and was like, "Oh, little lady, I need to
Listen, I
explain
can't
cars to
safely
you."
let you leave the shop in this condition.
I was
Like
like, "Sir,
my-
fuck off. I got shit to do."
Like usually people
gotta
in
go
my
to work.
car have always asked about my gas gauge. My gas gauge is fine. It's a silly thing, but I have to.
Pray.
It's not worth it to fucking pay the amount they're asking to have it fixed. So my gas gauge, what's wrong with it is it will show weird, like it will show it's either full or it's like almost close to like past halfway. The thing is, I keep my receipts when I gas my car, and I always reset my miles so I know exactly how long I've
I'll
been
do it.
driving my car for. And then I kind of
I did that
estimate
for years.
on that. It's an extra step. The thing is, when I went to the dealership, well, first the dealership to just ask, and then just did a quote on how much it would be. $2,000 to fix the electrical on my car just to tell me my gas? I'm not doing it. I
If
can see how fast I'm going, it's fine. And it's just the gas gauge that just wants to be weird sometimes.
If there's something wrong in your dash, it's almost never worth it to fix.
Yeah, like the
It is
electrical.
It is so complicated and expensive to get into that. It's almost never worth it. She's right. If your speedometer is working and your temperature gauge is working, everything else is manageable.
Yeah, at least you have an idea of how, like, generally what you're doing. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
And even that speedometer is like, well, I'm going as fast as everyone else.
Anyways, Leland, tell us about your weekend.
I'll end it with we made a very bad decision on yesterday. We didn't leave Vegas until noon.
Oh.
How long do you think it
How
took
long
me
was
to
the
get back?
traffic?
Let's if you left
To
at
LA,
noon
I mean,
on Memorial Day Monday.
Well, if I had remembered it was Memorial Day up until leaving on Friday, it
Yeah.
would have been
When
great.
did you said you left at noon or afternoon? When
Oh
did you
no,
leave?
we left at we got on the road at like 12.
Oh, that means you got home at like 7 or 8.
Oh
We got
yeah,
home
it was
at,
an
like,
8-hour
yeah,
drive, baby.
like 8.
15
nearing
miles an
9.
hour for the most of it too.
Yep.
It was like
Because you also have to go north,
also
No.
we had to stop and get gas at one point.
right?
Yeah, you
So
gotta
I
gotta stop
know,
in Barstow.
no,
you stop
we
at
stopped at
Barstow?
Baker, baby. Gotta get them alien jerky, bitch.
Oh,
You know
what
what?
flavor did you get?
Yuck.
Oh, this time I got pineapple teriyaki, and I
Travis?
got a whiskey one, which I
Ooh.
fortunately housed this morning.
Nice.
That's fine.
So it was good.
It was
Wow.
good. I was like, I bought one for my boss. That was really why we went in there, because I knew I had to get some for my boss. So I was
Yeah.
like, here's some
Aw.
jerky. No, weekend was good. We drove out on Friday. We went to the Ramsey meal. I feel still incredibly bad for what I did,
What'd you
but it
do?
was so worth it. I talked a little bit about it. Foie gras.
Oh yeah,
Does
yeah,
anyone
yeah.
know what foie gras
Foie
is?
gras.
Foie gras.
Look,
Oh, man.
it is animal abuse, the food, but
Oh
it's
yeah,
delicious.
To my understanding, you overfeed a duck,
a
Goose.
goose. Yeah,
a goose.
they overfeed a goose until it dies.
Until it dies,
and
yeah.
then they cut out its liver.
They
and
harvest the
eat it.
liver, and that's
Yeah.
foie gras. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So much, in fact,
So
that someone at
sweet
the
and delicious.
table. Oh my god, it was so. But like one of the people at the table actually was like, "Now, is this real or is it fake? Like, is it illegal here?" And the waiter was like, "Oh no, this is a Gordon Ramsay's. It's the real thing."
Oh,
And she was like,
yeah.
"Carry on." It's like-
I mean, if
we
you're
also
gonna
had,
have an atrocity, make sure might as well have the real one.
So the good one. And by the end of I took I was told specifically, like, no, you have to put it this way, you have to eat it, and I was like, yeah, got it. Took a big old bite, and like I made eye contact, and I was like, oh no, I'm a monster, and I would do this again. And I'm at the top of the food chain, and I'm sorry, little goose, you just aren't gonna make it.
Yeah.
I felt real bad. Like, honestly, I'm still thinking about it. We also had steak tartare, which is essentially just raw meat.
It is raw meat with an egg on
Yeah.
it.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck was on
Quail
it,
egg.
but,
It's a quail egg.
it
Usually.
was fine.
Yeah.
I didn't dislike it, and I didn't enjoy it. I was like, yeah,
I'm
that's
not a huge tartar fan.
I was like, I'm
because,
glad I tried it. I'm like, and by the end of that meal, I was like, you know what? Maybe I just swear off meat for a bit.
You know what?
No. Where did you eat at the steak? The
steak in
New
the
York,
Paris.
Gordon Ramsay
the
steak
Gordon steak.
Yeah.
in Paris.
That's
In
great.
Paris. Anthony, you would not have been okay there.
Not at the bar.
No.
Okay.
They didn't have the
okay.
Caesar salad.
They did, and it was $20. I almost actually got it because after seeing the
'Cause you know.
prices, after seeing the prices of everything else, I was like, maybe the Caesar salad is all I
gotta
can
fill up.
afford. It was the most expensive meal I've ever had in my life.
Leland,
It was-
take a guess what I ate last time I went to Gordon Ramsay steak.
Oh, I'm gonna say your motherfucking ass probably ate the $200 steak. Yeah, and I could not justify it. Like, I was like, I should eat
I
a
could.
steak place. I hear you. I was like, I can't. I got the chicken. Was delightful.
At a steak place?
I know, but I got caught in the loop of like, I can't justify this much money. Honestly, if it had been just 100, I probably would have been okay with it.
This is how you
But it
justify it.
wasn't.
This is how you justify it. I'm never doing this again.
Fair, and I'm not. I'll
Never
try
do it the
another
first
one of
time
his
and save
stores.
$20.
What's that?
Or never do it the first time and save $20.
20.
Wow, chicken was that much cheaper?
Yeah.
feel like chicken would be like
chicken was
25.
like
Chicken would be like around 25, 30.
Yeah, I was like
no,
25.
that would have been
27?
great. Are you kidding?
35?
No, much
50?
higher. It was higher than that.
It must be
For
good chicken.
chicken?
then.
It was decent chicken.
Yeah.
Did you
The
get
mac
a
and
whole chicken for yourself?
No, we did not get a whole chicken.
Who out here eating a whole chicken?
The drink was great. It was probably one of the best drinks I've ever had. Like the meal was
yeah.
great. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. I couldn't even tell you what I had.
You want to
It was-
know
Okay.
everything.
Yeah, it was some sort of gin rum thing. I don't know.
Gin maybe.
Yeah, it was good. I had a good time. We went to the Gordon Ramsay burger joint on Sunday, and that was slightly more digestible as far as like a price went. I was like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's
The high,
burgers, yeah.
yeah, I was like the highest burger on there was like $40, and I was like, well, I'm not getting that one, so I'm okay. You
Yeah,
know?
and
Um,
isn't that the foie gras burger?
That wasn't even on the menu.
Oh, they do cycle.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Secret
That's right.
menu.
But like
Jordan's
they
on
did,
the menu.
they did have a cheddar ranch dip that was pretty solid.
Yum.
And they had like a ketchup chipotle, which I was like,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna like that. And it was actually pretty good. I was
I
like,
like
"Ah,
Chipotle."
all right, it's all right.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay burgers in Planet Hollywood, right?
Yeah, Planet Hollywood.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
I just know these things, you know.
Their shakes
No,
are
it's-
really good there too. If
The
you have
what?
an option, their shakes are really good too.
Oh yeah, we didn't have any desserts.
Mm.
I
you
would
have
say I
the-
stay away from sugar, and then I realized, but I drank a lot, and
Yeah.
those it's pure all sugar.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, I guess I really didn't.
Did you get another yardstick?
Yeah, I was like, did you add all the fat?
We did
cheesecake?
have a yardstick. We did finish them, and they were
Nice.
gross. By the end
Yeah.
of it, it's the same last time. I was like, I'll never need to do this
Yeah,
again.
no, it's never good
Yeah.
at the end.
No.
I never.
No,
eat
but
a
we only
tall
did
one.
it because we wanted to,
And it's a challenge.
we wanted to be
Because you hate
21.
Because it was a birthday party.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shane who does not watch this.
Nice.
Yeah. He's much
Other
too cool to
Shane,
watch
not
this.
our Shane.
I'm trying to
Different
think.
Shane of what is that movie?
Oh, role models.
Of
Role
Role
Models.
Models fame.
Yeah.
That's so crazy because I remember that exact part, and I was just like, wait, I see it.
I know that kid.
Yeah,
If you ever watched like one of the new Bud Light commercials, our buddy Sergio's in it.
yeah.
there you
Right
go.
on.
Bud Light Genie?
No, Saturday was really nice. We rented a cabana, so it was like
Ooh.
At the
we-
Coca?
no, I wish.
Okay.
No, I don't actually. It's not on the strip. No, we enjoyed the cabana by the pool because it was like we were there for like 4 or 5 hours,
Makes sense.
So
Um,
you're saying, yeah, there
and
you go.
and we did the 18 or older pool, so it was so quiet. Like there was
Oh.
a distinctive quiet,
Yeah.
like you just like loud, obnoxious. You crossed that barrier, and it was like birds chirping.
Yeah.
It was wild. You could not. I was like, I don't know how they did it, but you can't hear those motherfuckers. I wanted to get a birthday shout out because the DJ was doing that. I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. And the DJ was playing like the worst music, and I went up to try and
Was it
ask
all
him, and he
trash?
would not walk away from his DJ booth, and
Oh.
it was so loud. Like
Oh.
you could not hear him, and I was like, I was just like birthday shout out, and he goes, "I take tips," and I was like,
Yeah, that's a thing.
I was like, you can go fuck yourself. Like you could have said it nicely.
Yeah.
You also could have respected someone you're asking money from by coming off to the side so I could
That
tell
too.
you the name properly.
That
I was
too.
like, nah.
Where
fuck
were you
bro.
at?
We stayed at the Excalibur.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I've never seen the pools at the Excel.
Was it shaped like a shield?
You would want it to be
Yeah, where are the pools there?
in the back.
Yeah, they're in the
Oh,
back.
Okay.
Well, granted, we didn't stay to look at the pool for Excalibur. We had
Oh,
people to
yeah.
fight.
Did you walk by the people, the Thunder Down Under people?
Yeah, they're all over.
Okay,
Yeah.
they're always around.
I mean, they
Eh.
live in Excalibur, so
Yeah, I mean, Excalibur is fine. Will I ever stay there again? Probably not.
It's fine.
Yeah, you will.
They got a
Fine.
Dairy
If you're gonna be in
Queen.
that area, it's cheap enough. Why not? It's not
I
Circus
mean,
Circus.
I mean, there was other places that were slightly in the
The Luxor's
Yeah,
right
go
next
to
door.
Luxor. It's better and it's right there.
yeah, but the Luxor
worse
was
than
not
the
as
Luxor.
cheap as the
Oh,
Excalibur.
There-
for
there's that, yeah,
Memorial
yeah.
Day
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so
I'd
yeah.
have told
Oh,
Shane
that
we're gonna push
reminds
it back a
me.
weekend.
Last year on Memorial Weekend, I was in Vegas too, and I remember one of the rooms for one night going for $700, and it would normally only be like $200 a night. So I get it. Yeah, that's a busy weekend.
Yeah, good times are had.
Yeah.
We had this real nice girl, our server Helen, who was our cabana waitress for the afternoon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Every 20 minutes is, I don't, if you ever rented a cabana, there's a set price, and then
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
like
They
that.
give you all the things.
They're
Yeah.
just like, you have to hit this mark with food and booze, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, don't worry about this.
Yeah.
These people.
Yeah.
So like every time she came around, she's like, another round. We're like, another round. Can you bring a pizza, some hot dogs?
Yep.
We were like,
Wayne.
oh, and
Dude, that's
nachos. And
awesome.
Oh,
she was
yeah.
like, all right.
That's the good shit.
I have a
Tub of
question.
ranch.
Yeah,
How
it was
much
just
did the cabana go for?
Wait,
that is not a price I'm going to discuss on
Okay.
podcast.
I only ask because I know the cabana during EDC weekend at the fucking, what is that? The Cosmo.
yeah.
I think it was at the Cosmo. It was going for, was it $2,000?
Sound-
$3,000?
yep, yeah.
We did not pay that, but ours
Okay,
was split
cool.
between 4 people, so it's fine.
Okay.
It's like-
Under
I
4
remember-
digits.
I remember we were trying to,
No, it's in 4
Just get a
digits for
group.
sure.
what?
I'm like,
Under 4 digits
It was
for the
it was under-
cabana.
it was under 3 digits.
So it was under $100.
Oh no, you're talking
I'm not
about
confused, but when you
Okay.
say digits, I'm counting the 1
yeah,
and the
I'm
0
counting
and
the
the 0.
one
Yeah,
and the
so
yeah.
that's
zeros.
yeah.
those
Three
are all
figures.
digits. So when you say 4 digits, I'm thinking $1,000.
Yes.
Yeah. So under 1,000.
we're
Yeah.
asking about the full total. You're giving us a split price, right?
Oh.
No.
The whole thing was 3 figures?
No. I'm not gonna fucking tell it. Just move on.
We wanted a vague number.
Is it
There's
3
no big
figures
number.
or 4
There's
figures?
A number. There's a fucking
Okay, so-
number.
You know what? I
Well,
don't
how about
believe
you
it's-
just give us another number that it's like below?
Is it
'Cause I
3 or
said
4? That's it.
$3,000,
Like we
And
can
I know
stop
it's
there.
not $3,000.
I guess we're
more
very.
or
I'm
less
still
than
very.
1,000.
I'm still. It was not anywhere near 1,000.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
$600.
You know what?
It's
We
like-
also we're forgetting it's Excalibur. So
Yeah, it's
$600.
Excalibur, which was the
Not
joke.
during E
'Cause
EDC.
we're like, because at one point I think I asked him like, would this be more money at a better hotel? And I got a look. I was like, oh, okay.
yeah.
Everything was going to be more money at a better hotel.
I found it to be very, very funny that Helen, her uniform was, just a red bikini, but
Yep.
like a bikini. I feel calling it a bikini is insultive. And then they put like a little. I'm going to use the word apron.
Yeah,
Yeah, the little waist
like,
apron.
little
The little
pocket. It has like
waist
2
apron that
pockets in
sometimes
it.
holds
Sure,
napkins and a
very
pen.
2 little itty bitty pockets.
Yeah.
And her ass just hanging out. And at one point during the day, something happened to her because when she came back, she had a 6-inch bruise on her ass. Like
Smack.
and I felt like I wanted to ask, like, you good? Because that looks painful. But we all cumulatively decided, no, we
Nope.
will not ask
You
because
do
A, it's
not
not our
ask.
business.
Yeah.
But also, like, to ask would mean we were staring, and we don't want to make her uncomfortable. She's bringing us food.
Mhm.
And then we
Yeah.
came to the conclusion the gate was very smacky.
Mm.
And I'm thinking she didn't
Oh,
move fast
she
enough, and
got
that gate
hit.
just
Hit
closed
her?
on her
Back
ass.
to hip.
Mm.
Yeah.
That
Um,
hurts.
anyway,
So
good
did you
time had by
guys-
all.
You guys went to fancy restaurants and had a cabana. Was the whole trip just like chill, kind of low key, or did you
Yeah.
hit any events?
No.
Right on.
Nice.
Low
That's
key.
fine.
That's
Nothing wrong
awesome.
with that. That's
Eating
perfect.
and drinking.
I
That's a
miss those
chill-
kinds of vacations.
That's a chill
Didn't
vacation.
need to do nothing crazy.
I don't remember the
Love
last time I did that.
Yeah. Walked
Well,
around,
it
but
ain't-
saw. Yeah.
It ain't gonna be that next time we go either. There's
fuck
still
you say?
stuff to do.
But anyway. All right.
Relax stuff. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have like one relaxed day. Then we'll
Oh,
have one day with multiple shows.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we'll stay for a week.
And we'll stay 2 nights, 3 days. That's the rule.
The weekend.
We'll see the weekend. Fine, Steph. We'll do
The
that.
weekend.
We'll see the weekend. All right. If you have enjoyed any part of this conversation, if you've got any recommendations for our next Vegas trip, TBD, TBA, TBS, feel free reach out to us through our social
TNC.
medias at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can find us by searching League of Ridiculous Conversations or at LORC Podcast. If you have missed any part of this live Twitch stream, you can go back and watch the whole thing. We are posted on YouTube. Find us again there by searching League of Ridiculous Conversations. And be sure you are subscribed to this channel so you don't miss us again. We are at twitch.tv/LORC podcast. If you want to hang with us during the week, we have a Discord, which is awesome. Lots of channels, very active, and just a fantastic community filled with fantastic people. You can always get into that by following the link in the chat or by reaching out to us at any of those previously mentioned social medias. I also have social media. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and Threads, and you can find me by searching Spooky the 13th. And in alphabetical order, you can find the rest of us at.
You can find me on most social media platforms at Jordan is a Bear. Will I post something? Probably not. But hey, follow me anyway.
It happens. It happens.
I just like the ooh baby.
Tune in for the suspense.
You can follow me at Leland Pierce Art. I draw stuff. Yep. Ending X-Men month.
Woo!
Ending with a bang.
So,
Best for last.
okay, we got 3 to go.
Yeah, but like, you know what they are.
Yeah.
You've been saving the best for last, though, right?
Sure. Yeah. The best at what he does. He got a movie coming out in
I mean,
8
'cause I
weeks.
feel like you've been hyping up the Wolverine, so you know.
I like the Wolverine. I think it's cool. I hope if it don't land, fuck it. I don't care. It's like 9 people look at my shit anyway. I'm fine.
Yeah, but we all really like it.
More than all
That's
of us.
fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's more than
I
those
mean-
of us on the podcast.
Jeff.
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch whenever I do things. At Stephanoids. That's STBHUHNOIDS. I post shit.
So until next week, when we're back next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for episode 350.
Oof.
Rounding out to a big
Wow.
annual number.
Wait, that's next week.
That's next week,
That's
y'all.
Next week.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. We'd have a foil trifold cover if we were a comic book. Maybe one of them quadrifolds, big Jim Lee spread across 4 issues. Make them buy them all. But we'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, thank you, everybody. You are all fantastic, amazing, beautiful, intelligent human beings. And we can't wait to see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
As soon as Leland says bye.
Mhm.
Bye.
There we go.